Mic check, Brandon. Brandon, mic check.
Yep, you're good, Rand.
Thank you very much. We'll get started in about, 1 minute. Okay, let's get started. Thank you for joining us today. This is the ongoing series of Zoom webinar calls, teaching you how to use Client Creator so that you can work it into your business. It's a system you will never outgrow. The topic today, and Brandon's joining me, the topic today is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon, is going to be the text and email messaging system part of Client Creator. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that being said, let me turn it over to Brandon until I start interrupting him with questions. And we'll get started. Go ahead, Brandon. Not getting cut off again for some reason. He doesn't look like it. But Brandon, are you there? Please stand by.
I am here, yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Rand?
I can now. We didn't hear you for about a minute.
Yeah, every time I try to share my screen, Zoom doesn't like it. So hang on, I want to try and share my screen again.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
I
perfect.
can see your screen now and I can hear you. That's even better. And Brandon, I'm sorry. There's another Brandon out there and he thought we were talking to him. Sorry, Brandon.
No worries. Okay. So yeah, as Rand stated, I'm going to go through and go through the email and text campaign system. It's got a lot of features on it, but it should be pretty easy to navigate and show everybody this. So again, we started at our home screen, and there are a couple ways to get to this. You can either use the email and text on the main navigation bar at the top, or you can come down to the main menu here and select it here. So we'll bring into the campaign system. So this is going to be coming onto your screen, and we'll go through the portions of this. The first thing you're going to notice is that it's going to give you the total campaigns that you have on your system that our team will set up for you and set up all of the verbiage and the type of campaigns. Now, this is buyers and sellers. If you notice here, there's a little bit of a highlight here. It's a little red. It's just telling you that you are on the email campaign system. So obviously we have the system separated by email campaigns and text campaigns. So you can switch between the two by just clicking over to one or the other. You see we only have 4 campaigns on the text message system, and then email campaign, we have a total of 24. Everybody's might vary a little bit. If anybody's gone in and added some or modify the campaigns, or some of these we don't have in certain people's systems if they don't have the lead capture page that attaches to it. So don't be alarmed if you have less or more. It is absolutely fine. So the next section here is if we want to add a campaign, you would click on here, and this will walk you through adding a campaign. And I'm going to go through that pretty quickly. So we're going to add a campaign name. It's going to be a test campaign. And this is the description of the campaign. If this is going to be a text message campaign, you're going to click on this little checkbox here, and that'll add it to your text message side of the campaign system. But I'm going to put it on an email, so I'm just going to click onto the save here, and it'll add the system, and it brings you right into the campaign to modify, start creating your messages, so forth and so on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a message. Comes in here, and it's bringing up this little dialog box, and this adds a message to the current campaign. Note, this is very, very important. We get a lot of questions on this. Day 0 is an instant message when they are assigned to a lead capture page. What that means, if you're going to use this campaign on a lead capture page and you want a message to be sent out as soon as they sign up, put day 0. Day 0 will go out as soon as they engage on your lead capture page and enter their email information. They're going to be sent this message.
If someone just asked us the question, will we get a copy of this recording? Yes, every call is recorded and placed into your video choice, your video library in Client Creator. All of the Zoom calls that we've done and are going to be doing are placed in there shortly after the call. So it is available to you. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so day 0, again, is an instant message when it's assigned to a lead capture page. If you plan to use a campaign not assigned to a lead capture page and you're just going to enroll a past client or a previous client, you want to make the data send number 1. So to send on the very first day. Since they're not signing up on a lead capture page, there's no activation process like that. So that's why you don't want to make it a 0. A 0 is only when you're assigning this campaign to a lead capture page. Otherwise, I would make the first day, day 1. Test subject. Can't type. And then you type in the message. This is the body of your message. Now you can highlight this, you can change the font text, you do bolding, you can change the font style, whatever you want to do, change the color, all of that stuff can be done in the message, make it however you want it to be. But you can change the different systems of it. It's no big deal. So just put your body of your message in here, and then you'll type this up and then choose a signature. By default, the default signature goes out with all email campaigns. So if you forget to do this portion here, it's fine. The default signature goes out. But if you have multiple signatures in your account and you want to choose a specific one for this message, then you'll see it in this little drop-down message. You'll see here, I got my default signature. And then, a previous Zoom call, we set up a second signature, and that's where this is. So if I wanted to use that signature, I would just select that. But for now, I'm just going to use my default signature.
And if you have no idea what he's talking about on these signatures, in Client Creator, you can have an unlimited number of different signatures for different lead capture websites or for different things that you want to offer. You may remember in the signature, we've always suggested that you put a hot link sending them to another one of your lead capture websites or maybe your personal website, so that your signature has a hot link that takes them someplace else. It's always a good idea. I have probably 30 or 40 email signatures for all sorts of different lead capture sites, which I have to probably 100. So if you don't have any idea what the heck is he talking about, go into the video library and select one of the early Zoom calls that we did where we went over the signatures. It was early on. I know call 1 or 2, huh, Brandon?
Yeah, I believe it was in the setup portion of the very first one.
Okay, very good. All right.
So then obviously you have your message here for day 1. And again, if you want to add a second message, maybe you want to send this on day 4 after they do it, 4th message. And then you can change the information here. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that actually. And then hit save. It'll save, and you'll see on here, it'll say on data send, day 4. This one's going to send on day 1. So that's how you add the messages into the system. Now, let's say you want to come in and you want to change the details of any of these messages. You're basically just going to click the edit button on here, and the information will pop up, and you can make that change. But what you want to make sure that you do is add all of your messages into your system. Once you have everything in there, then you can play around with the details of the message, the content of the message. But this will put everything in place so that way you can read everything all at one time, all in one place. And if there's messages that you need to modify or change, you can go in and take care of that right here. If you have clients in your system that you want to assign to this campaign, this new campaign, that's what you're going to do. You're going to click on this View Clients section right at the top here. And this will bring up everybody that is currently assigned to your campaign. Since this is a brand new campaign, nobody's assigned. So I'm going to click on Assign Clients. It's going to bring up all of our clients that you have in your system. These are all test ones, so that's why they're all the same here, because we were testing on the lead capture page. But if I wanted to assign one of these on here, I would just select it and hit save, and then it'll assign that client to the system. You can do that to any of the ones that you have on here. If you have multiple ones that you want to click on here, you can add those on here and hit save on the system. And you'll see it'll populate all of those on there. If you come up and you find out that you got the wrong one on there and you need to remove it, simply just click the X to the right of the campaign, and it'll remove that. It'll remove that person from the system. You see, it takes that person right off. So that's how you can assign clients to any of your campaigns. Again, if it's coming through a lead capture page, they're automatically assigned to the email and text campaigns. You don't have to go in and assign them. They should already be assigned. The next section is going to be for the websites. This will tell you which websites you have assigned to this campaign, and I'll show you that we don't have any lead capture pages assigned to this, so I'll go into another campaign that there is one and just show you how that works. If you want to email everybody that is assigned to this campaign, again, in the View Clients, it'll show you everybody that's assigned to the campaign. If you want to email everyone that is in this campaign, you just click on the email everyone. Put in your subject, your message, and type in your message and hit send. And it will send out to everybody that is in this campaign. That easy. So, if you have a group of people that you have, specific buyers, specific sellers that are in this campaign, and you want to email them all at once, this is where you can do it. The final thing is, if you want to delete this campaign, if you no longer want to use it, you would just come in here, click delete campaign, confirms it, cannot be undone, and then hit delete. Brings you back, and it removes the campaign altogether. Now, I do want to show you a couple of different things. I'm going to go into the address grabber one. And we have this assigned to a couple of lead capture pages. So you'll come in here and you'll see, okay, this is assigned to the website If I Could Get, I Would Sell, or the video Looking to Sell, and the instant home valuation lead capture page. So this shows you which campaigns or which lead capture pages have this campaign assigned to it. So different campaigns have different lead capture pages assigned to them, but this will just show you which lead capture page are attached to it. One thing that this is good for is that you don't want to delete a campaign that has a lead capture page assigned to it, because then they're not going to get assigned to a campaign. They're not going to be on the drip campaign. So for any reason you feel that you need to delete an email campaign, make sure that there's nothing assigned to it. If there is, you got to reassign these lead capture pages first, and then you'll be able to remove the campaign. So, I mean, again, this will show you this one, day 12, it sends out the first message, day 16, day 20. So these are spaced out pretty good. And this just shows you the details of the campaign and what it's what it's going to send. And like I said, if you want to edit it, you can click in here, edit any of these. You can modify the information that is on there, all the details for the campaign, and you'll be able to, make those changes, and they will be immediate. Okay, I am going to go back to the, I'm sorry, went back to here. I'm going to go back into the text campaigns. The text campaigns are very similar to this. Same setup, same options, same details. If I wanted to add a campaign, remember it's going to be in the same section here. Text campaign, test description. And we're going to do this as a text campaign. And hit save. And again, it's going to bring you into the text campaign. You'll notice that it's got a little cell phone icon on here. It just tells you what type of campaign that it is. And then you're going to do add a message. This one looks a little bit different than the email campaign. It's because it's sending a text message. There's no frills on a text message. Same thing with the day zero. If it's a day zero, it's going to send out the text message to the client as soon as they engage on a lead capture page. Otherwise, you wanted this to be the number day one or after. So if we do day one, text message details, can't highlight, can't bold, can't do any of that. Again, it is a text message link, a text message. So you want to keep it, just like you're texting a friend. Keep it nice and short, not too long. You can put links in this, but we do not really want you to do it. And the reason is that anytime you put links to a website or something like that, most, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, they pick that up as spam, and it may not get delivered, or it might get put into they have these categories, junk text or whatever it may be. So they may not see it. So I would just try to keep your text messages as short as possible without adding any links, anything like that. And I discussed this previously, but if they do reply to text messages that are sent, it will come directly to your cell phone. So you'll be able to not have to reply within the client creator. It'll come right to your cell phone, and then you can communicate directly with the buyer or seller, within from your cell phone.
Brandon, somebody wants to know if we can insert video in like a text campaign.
You can insert a link to a video. Cannot actually send a video in a message. So what we recommend doing is use YouTube. Upload your video to YouTube and then include a link, and that'll take them right to the video.
And one of the reasons for that, you guys, if you insert a video, an actual video, it's going to be so big, it's going to slow that email down when they're downloading their messages. It will slow it down to a crawl, and if you crash their system, they'll never talk to you again.
Yeah. Most videos, even after a short time period, are quite large, and some email systems have a cap on the size of a message that you can send and or receive. So, yeah, you very rarely can put a video in an email successfully. So, if you have a video, I would recommend just uploading it to YouTube. They'll know that the YouTube link is safe and secure. And they won't have any problems clicking on that to view it. So that's the best method to do that. Okay, so that shows you how to edit the message. I'm actually going to delete this one, and it'll bring us back to our text campaigns. So you can see all of the text campaigns. If I click on the buyer free list of home ones, you'll see the short messages that we have on here. With text campaigns, again, I know I've discussed this previously, but they are pretty short. We don't want to inundate people with text messages. So when we set them up, we only set them up for a couple days after they sign up, and then go from there. If you find that you want to send out an additional message into a campaign, you can do that without a problem. Just click on add a message. And let's say I want to send this out on day 15, put just following up and hit save, and it'll add the message real quickly into the, into the campaign. So there's a day 3, and then the next one's on day 15. So again, you can space those out as needed, so it's not inundating them with text messages. Some people ask if they can send multiple texts on one day. Do not recommend it. You can, but I do not recommend it. Almost like if you were getting a text message from a company, you wouldn't want to get, texted multiple times per day. It's usually a good way to get them to block you or opt out. This one is also similar. View clients. It'll show you the clients that are on this campaign. I don't know if there's anybody on here. Yes, probably not. But it'll show you everybody that's assigned to the campaign. It'll show you the websites that are attached to this campaign. There might be a couple on this one. We'll see. No big deal. Yep, there's a few. There's a few email text campaigns assigned to this one. So again, it just gives you the list of lead capture pages that this campaign has assigned to it. Same thing if you want to text everybody at the same time on this. So you're going to send it out to all of the clients, that are in this text campaign. You can do that again pretty easily. Just click on here and type in, "This is your text message," and hit send, and it will send out to everybody that's on there. And that easy. Now, some of you may ask, what happened? Where's the history of those? It actually goes in the history of the client, of the email of the client manager. And I'll show you real quickly. I know I've covered this on the on previous systems, previous Zooms, but if we go into the client and you go into this history section here for the emails, it shows you the emails and the text messages here. It'll show you all of the text messages that were sent, or your emails that were sent. So that's pretty much how you can check the history of any of your clients that are on here. So that's where you see the history of the message, whether they opened it, whether they delivered it, whether what they did with it. So again, it's all in the history of the specific client. Okay, I'm going to, that's fine. We can just go back here. I'm going to go back to the email text message menu system. Okay, the next section up here is the pre-written campaigns. Pre-written campaigns are ones that we'll add to the system. If we add a new campaign to the system, we put it here. If there's a new one, you'll see it actually, it'll come up with a little new icon to the right here saying that you have new campaigns. And if we click on that, it'll bring up any campaigns that are not in your system that you can review. And I might be able to, let me just go back and see if I can get, I'm gonna delete this campaign. I think I might be able to. Yep. So I deleted a campaign. So the system's saying, hey, there's a campaign that we have that you don't have. And you'll notice that it comes up with this little new icon. That means, hey, check it out. And if you come in, you'll see that this campaign is here. It's listed here. So what you can do is you can come in and hit preview, and it'll show you all of the messages that are in this campaign if you want to add it. From this screen, you cannot change any of the campaigns yet, because this is just showing you the default campaign that we set up that is in here. Once you add it to your system, then you can modify it, change it however you want. But this is just going through and showing you the messages, the summary of the campaign. And from there you can say, yes, I want to add it, or no, I do not. And if I do want to add it, you just click on add. It'll go through the system, add all of the email campaigns, the subjects, the content, and then you'll notice that it is going to be right down here, the seller prospect. So that
we add campaigns from time to time. So if you see that little plus that says it says new, that little icon that says new, that you have a new campaign, all you do is click on it, and just like he just showed you,
yep,
new, or if you did any campaigns. So that's kind of a safeguard for you as well.
Yeah, and most of the time, if we, on the program that you are, where our team is managing it for you, we take care of all of that automatically for you. But again, this is just, showing you that, if you want to look at these things and how our system works, that can be done. But you'll notice that once I added it, all of the messages are exactly what it said on here, even adds my default signature to the campaign. So, it's ready to go. and I'm going to cover this real quick with you. I know I've done it before, but if you want to assign any of these campaigns to your website, to a lead capture page, you can come in here, hit the options here, and you'll see on here, email and text campaigns. You just click on that. And that's going to tell you which campaign you want to assign to this. So we have two options. We have the assign email campaign and assign a text campaign. Select the email campaign, and you can come down here, choose any of these ones. If you just created one, this seller prospect one is one that we just added. So we want to put that on here. And if we want to change the text campaign, we would do that here. And then you would hit save. And now all of a sudden, the lead capture page now has this seller, this new the email campaign assigned. So anybody that signs up will start to receive those new messages from this particular campaign. But this is where it coordinates between the lead capture page and the email and text campaigns. You need to have one, both of these assigned. It will not allow you to not have a campaign assigned. All lead capture pages are made to go with an email and a text campaign. So you have to have one or the other. We assign all of these for you. All of the lead capture pages that we've set up are already signed for you. This would be only if you're creating your own lead capture page and creating your own email campaign that you want to coordinate together. This is where you would do that.
Now, somebody asked if you could show them how to get back to, well, you're back there.
Oh, sorry.
How to get back to the list of all the campaigns and such. I believe the screen that you're in right now. Just
click on this little menu right at the top here. It says email and text. It takes you right to all of your campaigns. If you're on the main menu, you can go right to this section right here where it's an email and text manager. So multiple options right on the main menu or on that selection. Okay, I cover most of the stuff. The last thing that I have here is the email layout. Your email layout is how your system looks when it's sending out a message, the content, the information. So if you want to just preview how your email is going to look when your buyers or sellers receive it, this is how it looks. The image that's used at the top is usually the image that our team created for you. Again, it's creating a consistent look throughout all of your social media, your client creator, your marketing, your ads. So there'll be a similar layout for you at the top across all of your systems. You'll have the message down here of a preview. You'll have the details of your client or your realtor information on the side here, profile picture, your company logo, your social media. So it has all of the crucial things that are needed in an email. Along with your signature at the bottom here, as well as the content of the email. All emails have an opt-out, unsubscribe option. And when if your clients opt out or on any of the email messages, they'll have a little link at the bottom. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. And then they'll unsubscribe. You'll get a notification that they opted out. There'll also be an opt-out option in their client details. What's an opt-out?
Someone wanted to know if they can update their photo from here.
Can't update your photo from here, but I'll show you where in a minute. Just to follow up on that opt-out, if they opt out on email, they also are opting out on text messages. We are not able to communicate with anybody that opts out from our system, whether it's text or email. So some people ask if they opt out on text messages or emails, can we still send them text messages? The answer is no, not from our system. You can text them directly from your own personal cell, but from the client creator platform, if they opt out from receiving messages that we sent them, we cannot send them any text messages either.
And the powers to be are very strict about this, and we comply with everything, because obviously we've got too much to lose by not having all of your emails be delivered. And so we don't want any interruption, and we do that on your behalf as well as a company. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So somebody asked about the logo and the layout. That is done under your account option. If you go under account and then option, you'll see profile picture. And then you can change that profile picture to whatever you want. You'll have to have one obviously saved on your computer, but you would just upload that in here. And as soon as you upload that here, that'll change for your email layout as well.
Boy, I would change that picture in a minute.
Okay, I think I covered everything on the email and text strand. I didn't know if you wanted to follow up with anything. Or
no,
I
think that's it. We finally we tried to keep these within about 30 minutes. Some ladies said, Jerry Bellinger said, my email layout is blank. So I don't know why that would be. Do you want her to contact you directly, Brandon?
Yeah, just send an email to support and they'll take a look at it. It should definitely not be blank. But I will double check. Yeah, we would have got a notification if your emails were blank. But yeah, just have them send an email to support and they'll take a look at it.
Okay, she's going to go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys, that's it. We finally did a 30-minute. We've been over time each week because there's been so much content that we wanted to share with you. Our goal is to make sure you understand how this system works. Because again, I keep saying this, so I'm a broken record. You can't outgrow this system, and I truly mean that. We wanted to put everything where it was one place that you could have all the tools that you need to run your business and never have to pay for another subscription to another, like to have one email subscription, one for lead capture websites, and one for everything. I see so many of those for sale out there now. It's unbelievable. And everybody that's saying thank you, you're more than welcome. We're going to continue next week, same time, same place. Join us for another Zoom call and we'll continue the training. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.